What's going on, team? It's your boy G, aka Ginato Sensei. We back at it again with another episode of Ginato Explain, man. Today's episode is all about Baby Yoda, or should I say, the child, or should I say, the experiment, man. That's right, because he is the experiment, man. So let's get right into it. So, obviously, you know what I'm saying, spoiler alert for anybody that hasn't seen up until this point yet. No Ahsoka Tano, even though they set us up, bro. I should have known she wasn't gonna be. Yeah, we weren't gonna be able to get a straight shot. You know what I'm saying, to Ahsoka. But you know, they set us up, and we got to meet some old friends. So the main two, you know, background characters for the first season, we left them on. I think you call it Nevada. You know what I'm saying. Prior to us, you know, going on this journey with the child, or Baby Yoda, or the experiment. And you know, they've been doing their thing ever since. You know, they've been thriving ever since, you know, Control has left this sector of the Outer Rim from the Empire. And finally freaking heard this man's name, man, and I forgot it just that quick. From well, I want to say Moff Gusto, but it's not that. Because I hear Gus. When I see him, I see Gus. I see Gus from Breaking Bad. And I can't, that's never, like, you know, it's never getting out of my head, bro. Hold up. Let me look this up real quick. Moff Gideon. That's his name. Freaking Moff Gideon. Moff Gideon. Not Gus. Moff Gideon. Okay? I won't forget it again. So ever since Moff Gideon lost control of this sector, or supposedly lost control of this sector, you know what I'm saying, they have been, you know, cleaning up the streets. What's named as the marshal, and you know, the other guy as, you know, the quote unquote diplomat, or like, you know, town mayor of the town, basically. And they just been, you know, helping the community thrive, and really just, you know, setting themselves up good for the future, because there's hope right now. You know what I'm saying? There's literally hope for them, to where they can even, you know, become like a trade route for the Outer Rim. So that's been their whole goal. But you know, there's still this last facility, you know what I'm saying, out in the outskirts of the planet, out of the green zone, out of the safe zone, that they still need to, you know, figure out what's really, you know, still there, and they need to blow it up and things like that. So they go on that mission, right? And during that mission, they find out that not only Moff Gideon is not dead, you know what I'm saying, they sort of, like I said in the last video, they didn't know that he survived the freaking crash. And but they find out that literally that transmission was from 3 days ago. So it's a recent transmission, and you know, now it's all in the process of them, you know, blowing up the base. But what that told to the Mandalorian was that, okay, he could be on this planet, so we gotta get back to the kid, so that, you know what I'm saying, Baby Yoda, so that, you know, he could protect him and get him out of there, because this is like the worst situation for him, because he was the one that was, you know, ordering the experiments to be done on to Baby Yoda. And really, it's not experiments, you know what I'm saying, because experiments were happening to whoever, you know, the test subjects were, that we had saw, which basically I think is going to be, you know, their version of the super soldier. So in other previous shows, you know, the bad guys would, you know, use blood transfusions, or bone marrow transfusions to, you know, basically take somebody's powers and put them into somebody else, right? Whether it was themselves or a whole army of people, right? And we seen that at the end of the episode. He had a whole stack, you know what I'm saying, almost to the point where it looked like droids, but it could just be could be just armor set up for, you know, the super soldiers, or what I think could be considered the, you know, I just had it in my head, the freaking Inquisitors. Yeah, because, you know, the Inquisitors was basically, you know, Darth Vader's personal army, but I think Moff Gideon has his own, you know, actual plan of, you know, how he's gonna, you know, move up in the ranks of the Empire, basically. So as the Empire, you know, starts to, you know, it's in its rebuilding stages. So, you know, even though they were previously, you know, powerful in the sense of like all stretches around like the galaxy, even in the Outer Rim, you know what I'm saying, like they wanted that, base to stay low. They want, because it wasn't necessarily like a military facility for like weapons and stuff. It was a lab, you know what I'm saying? So the lab was supposed to be secret. The lab was in the middle of the cut. It was still functioning as if it was still in like the glory days, you know what I'm saying? So basically, what they were using the child for was, his blood to see if they can transfer They called it I forget, it was like M something, but at the M code, or like the M symbolism, means midichlorians, you know what I'm saying? And that's like your midichlorian count. If you don't know, like if you're just now getting into Star Wars, if this is your first series in Star Wars, it's basically what allows people to tap into the Force. If you have a lot of midichlorians in your blood, this is how they will find and get younglings for like Jedis and stuff like that. If your midichlorian count is high, that means you have a higher like aptitude for using the Force. And we've seen Baby Yoda use the Force in this episode, which I thought was cool, and how sneaky it was for him to steal the cookies. You know what I'm saying? And that's beside the point. But the main point is this is that I thought that they wanted Baby Yoda to actually train him up to be an Inquisitor, to be a Dark Jedi, or not even a Dark Jedi, but just a straight up Inquisitor, you know what I'm saying, and raise him up. But it's kind of like impractical, you know what I'm saying, because of the way that they age. Like, he's still a baby. He's been alive for 50 years. You know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't be practical for, Moff Gideon to focus on that, him being the main focus of his project, in the sense of like training him up to use the Force and stuff like that. Because obviously, Moff Gideon has a higher aptitude for like midichlorians because of his ability to wield like the Darksaber, and the reason why he's such a good pilot, quote unquote, even though he got blown up. But you know what I'm saying, like better than most, because stormtroopers are like gotta be like the worst like grunts in history, bro. They can't hit nothing. So yeah, it was just like a really cool episode because it let us know the true intentions of Baby Yoda without him actually saying it. Because if you've seen multiple Star Wars, you'll have a better connection to like understanding what the scientist was saying, in the sense of like, okay, this is why we need Baby Yoda. So he wouldn't be a good like person for them to train up to be able to use the Force, but within 50 years they can get a whole lot of samples to actually work on their experiments to make the super soldier or super Inquisitor or whatever they're trying to make right now. And that was going to be Baby Yoda's role in this whole thing. And that's why it's so important for her, the Mandalorian, to get him to Ahsoka, or to somebody, at least somebody that can actually protect him from the Inquisitors, from the Empire, from Moff Gideon, because the fate of the universe basically is in their hands. So I think it was a good episode. I think it was a good callback. I love the foreshadowing and the callbacks in this show, from the I knew he was gonna be getting tracked from the moment that they landed, just because of the look that guy gave when the Mandalorian got off the ship, that he was going to like put a tracker on there. And I'm sure they're gonna figure out that there is a tracker once they make some more journey. So I don't know when we're going to get to Ahsoka. It might be 2 episodes from now. That'll be my best guess, unless it's like literally next episode, because he said it was gonna be a long way. So I'm super excited for that. But it's just, I think getting to understand the actual plan is really cool. I'm super excited to see what's going on. So that's gonna do it for this episode, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If y'all did, make sure you guys slap that like button down below for your boy. Subscribe to the channel for more, man. And I'm gonna catch y'all later. Y'all know the vibes. Always keep going, always keep going. This is me, your boy G. And peace.